What do you say? Do you want to show them how to do it?
I'd love to.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Now, in this demonstration, we're going to see some of the extensions of Metasploit and how powerful they are. Now, here we are in Armitage, and we have exploited the operating system, and we are ready to launch a Meterpreter session. So there we go. Now, here's Meterpreter shell. Now, before launching the extension, I want to have these folks understand a few things. Depending on the extension that you want to load, whether it's a 32-bit or a 64-bit extension, it will either work successfully or not. It really does matter. So what I mean is that Meterpreter, by default, works on a 32-bit architecture or x86. So we need to get Meterpreter to work on a 64-bit architecture for our purposes before loading any 64-bit server extensions for Metasploit. So we got to do that first.
Not very many architectures.
Not
a 32-bit anymore.
I would hope not. So let's check a few things here before loading the extension that we want to use. And by the way, we will be using mimkatz, which is a tool used to dump passwords from the operating system into a clear text. So let's type here get UID. First of all, we are working as the admin user. Now, we don't want to stay as an admin, but we do want to get up into the system. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go type get system, and we got the system. So now get PID. I'm working on 1972 PID. Let's check what other processes are available. Now, first of all, my own 1972, you see here 1972 notepad. It's always x86. So Meterpreter will start binding the 2-to-1 of the processes available. It will always bind to an x86 or 32-bit architecture, if you can believe it or not. So we want to migrate our Meterpreter to something with 64-bit. So we can see here, with some of them, we have the two architectures together, x86 and 64. I'm going to try to migrate to something with system privileges. So let's say this one, it's 64-bit, good, but works under the admin user. So this really won't be all that helpful. It must be working under some kind of system privilege, right? Yeah. So I can try to go to a 64-bit of the search indexer. Now, again, let's make sure we're typing the right thing. 2364, being very careful. Hit enter. And migrating, and it did not get the successful command back. I might even get a blue screen here. So you must see this migration completed successfully. See it through. Otherwise, check your Windows machine. You may have done some damage. You may have caused a crash or a blue screen or something that is not at all good. So since we are now loaded to a 64-bit process, I'm going to type get UID again to make sure I'm working as a system admin. And ooh, that looks good. Everything looks fine. Yeah. So good for us. Now I'm going to load the extension with one, which is mimkatz. Now in normal cases, if I load mimkatz, it will show here that it's loading into a 32-bit architecture on the 64-bit system, which actually is fine, but not all the features are going to work, obviously, right? So here is the fun part of working with mimkatz. Mimkatz can dump the password tree in a clear text with just one command. So if I type help, I'm going to see what commands are available. I've got Kerberos, live SSP, mimkatz command for customized command, MSV, let's see, SSP, tokens, TS package, PKG package, W digest, lots of here. So MSV is the one I want to use. Let's get the hash for the admin account and check out WD or W digest, which I will do right here. Now what's going on here? Look at this. Here is our administrator password, and here's the password nuclear text. Now, the reason why the admin scan can get us this information so easily, it's because of a weakness or a bug in the Microsoft operating system. It has been like this for a long, long time. Many of you may have seen it, and they haven't fixed it yet, if you can believe it or not. It's a bug or a weakness in the architecture of the LSS process, which saves all the passwords in a clear text. So any user that is logged into this system with his or her credential or their passwords, they're all saved in clear text in that process. They haven't fixed it yet, if you can believe it. So what mimkatz is doing here is dumping the content of the LSS process, and it can get us the password, you ready for this, of any user that is logged on to that machine. That's how you can do that.
That's crazy.
It is.
And that they've not fixed it yet. It's still there.
Right.